It's time for today's race at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache circuit here in Sao Paulo. And as any of the 80,000 capacity crowd will tell you, this is going to be a fantastic race. Here are the starting positions for today's race.
Yes guys, welcome. It is me, Jam Sankith, here on F1 2015. As you've just heard David Croft say, it's a race at Brazil, and here's the grid positions, random grids, because, well, yeah, and because I didn't fancy qualifying. And sorry that there was no video that went up yesterday. I was a little busy. I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4 and it took nearly 24 hours to update, and with the internet being as bad as it is, I'm not going to be having an update and an upload at the same time, because it won't be fair for anyone. But here we are. It's a wet Grand Prix here in Brazil. We're underway. It's very weird to have a wet, for me to be racing in a wet Grand Prix. We get a bit sideways coming off the grid. On the inside of Sebastian Vettel, we get sideways again. We've been tagged by someone. I think it was Felipe Massa, now by Verstappen. Okay, this is not good, is it? Can we turn around without getting a penalty? Yes we can, but we're just turning and turning. Yeah. I'm not very good in the wet, guys. As we have seen before, it's a 5-lap sprint to the finish, but yeah. There's a car out of the Grand Prix. It's Nico Hülkenberg. He's stopped on track. It's not the first time. We would have made it through them first corners easier if we wouldn't have been spun out by, well, if we wouldn't have been tagged by Felipe, which strangely enough Codemasters gave me the penalty for. But yes, it's okay. It's a wet Grand Prix though. That's what I'm not enjoying that. But we do seem to be quicker. Well, of course we're going to be quicker than a Mana Muros here. But yeah, I don't. Oh, sideways. I don't know why we're having such a bad race so far. I know we got tagged by Felipe Massa, which sent us sideways because of the power of this Mercedes. I've got used to driving this car. I love the Mercedes, of course, because I am a Nico Rosberg fan as well, but you know. Let's try and get across the, well, to the finish safely, with everything on the car left, well, where it was meant to be before the start of the race. I'm not used to playing this game with when I've got my headset on and talking, because I'm used to being able just to hear what gear I'm, you know, the rev limiter and that. Because I don't buzz into the rev limiter as much when I'm playing without my headset. But anyway, yeah, we caught up to Roberto Merhi, but you know, we seem to be better in the wet on this game than I was on Championship Edition, which is a good thing. Up the inside of Roberto Merhi, deep on the brakes. Don't cut back on me, please, Roberto. There we go, we passed Roberto Merhi. Now can we get on the back of Fernando Alonso and pass him possibly down the straight, but for some reason we're on this F1 game, we're always lacking straight line speed, even in the top car in the Mercedes. As we got past Fernando Alonso, that was brilliant overtaking there. Can we get past Will Stevens? It's only 5-lap race because, well, I can't record more than 15 minutes. And I need to time it, you know, to save the video clip after 15 minutes. Or before 15 minutes, of course. You know, which I might have to get a little stopwatch to do that with. And then I could probably do a career mode series on this for now. Oh, we're gonna press DRS, but of course there's no DRS on the, well, in these weather conditions, as we're passing Will Stevens. If this would have been probably a 71-lap race, we probably would have been able to get on the podium. But now the next car up ahead is Jenson Button in the McLaren Honda. I'm not gonna lie, the McLaren Honda should have been a red and white car like it used to be in the mid-90s. Well, you know, when they started into the mid-90s. You know, so even though I know it wasn't red and white when it first started in Formula 1, but that's the classic McLaren paint scheme. Can we get on the inside of Button here? Yes we can, as we're setting a purple lap time there. Getting sideways, we're getting comfortable with the car, we've got some spare fuel. Come on, don't tell me that this McLaren Honda's going to get in the slipstream and pass me. He's getting in the slipstream, he's getting closer. But I don't think he's going to have enough power to get close down into turn 1. Which he didn't, so... Now we're closing up on the back of Sergio Perez if we can. A 17.6, I know that's not the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but you know, pretty decent lap time I think here in the wet. 1:17.6. That wasn't a pretty decent line, but good luck catching me through here, Jensen. This is where I make up on, well, not all my time, but this is where I make my time up. Although he's probably stuck with us there. We're very close to running over track limits there, but you know. We've got a big line of cars here with Kvyat, Sainz. Oh, Grosjean, and I think Maldonado might be a part of that as we go up the inside of Perez. Late move there, I didn't even decide to go for that one. It's like somebody was telling me to go for it. You never know, maybe the power of Ayrton Senna is influencing me on these overtaking manoeuvres today, here in Brazil. You never know, there might be. This is on, of course, legend difficulty. And of course, we know sadly Grosjean's not going to be closing up on me there, but because I'd like to have a bit of a race with Grosjean. Final lap of the Grand Prix now, guys. Lewis Hamilton is probably surely going to win this Grand Prix. But can we get a point after spinning, you know, violently on the first few corners? We've got a few cars to pass before that happens, but I don't think we're going to get Sainz down here, are we? No, I'm not going to even risk it, passing Sainz from that far back. Because we know how good he would be in the wet, considering his father was a rally driver. Can I get on the inside of him here? Yes, I can. I think there was contact made. But can we get on the inside of Kvyat now? Yes, we can. 11th position now. Come on, Pastor. You can't resist this Mercedes for so long. Here we go on the inside. Thank you, Mr. Pastor Maldonado, for making that move, you know, pretty simple for me. Not simple as in you're easier to overtake, but you know what I mean. We could have got 9th, but I made a mistake coming out of one of these turns, which I'm trying now because I'm trying to stay ahead of Pastor Maldonado. Hamilton wins the Grand Prix. Congratulations to him, but he won't win this year's Grand Prix in real life because it will be Nico Rosberg as we come across the line now to finish in 10th position at 1 point. I should have actually done this as a challenge. Hey, light rain. I've got an idea for a challenge video now, as probably Nico Rosberg, but you know. But there we go, Lewis Hamilton wins the Grand Prix, Sebastian Vettel in 3rd, or 2nd, Valtteri Bottas 3rd, Massa 4th after contact with us, Kimi Räikkönen 5th, Verstappen in 6th, Ericsson 7th, Ricciardo 8th with a time penalty. Strangely enough it said, yeah, time penalty. Nasser in 9th of course, we're in 10th, Kvyat 11th, Maldonado 12th, 13th for Sainz, Grosjean 14th, Perez 15th, Button 16th, Alonso finished 17th, and Hülkenberg was 1 lap down after a pit stop in 20th, and then he finished behind both of the Marussias. So if you guys did enjoy that video, and if you would like to see a challenge where I'd probably drivers, maybe even Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Räikkönen, starting from the back of the Grand Prix, well, back of the grid here in Brazil, in this weather condition on Legend, and try to, that's how, there it is, there's on Legend. So yeah, to be able to, hang on, there it is, hang on, the incidents, let's have a look. Yep, collision with Massa. We did not collide with Massa, Massa collided with us, but anyway, thank you, of course guys, like I said about the challenge, you know, whatever, if you would like to see something like that, let me know. I will see you guys in the next video, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.